Hello again and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a recap of Little Craft Fest. I had to think about that for a second. Today's Monday, I have the day off and I really wish I had another day off because I still feel so tired. My house is a mess. I haven't wanted to do any chores. I think I put a little laundry in and they're still waiting to be dried. Oh my goodness. What is time? What is the day? It was a really busy 3 days. I was support staff for Mind Speaks, which is my sister's stationery shop on Etsy. I still had to work on Friday, but I took a half day, so I arrived later on Friday, but I was there all day on Saturday and Sunday. I did most of my shopping on Saturday, and then I tried to stay at the table on Sunday for the majority of the time because I did quite a bit of damage. I went in with a wish list of like what I wanted to find this weekend. I knew I wanted one item that was branded for Little Craft Fest. I wanted a mini tote bag, and I wanted to check out Hobonichi Table and the Travelers Company, and I wanted at least like a stamp, like a rubber stamp. I didn't do any research. Like I remember looking, like following the Instagram and seeing when they announced a vendor, stuff like that. So I didn't really do a game plan at all. My experience is going to be different than just an attendee's because I didn't have to wait in line. I had my wristband ready and I could enter without waiting in line. And I didn't attend any of the workshops, so I wasn't there to experience that portion of the fest. But as a vendor / attendee who was there all 3 days, I really thought it was really managed well. Each vendor, at least from our side, I felt like we each had enough space around and behind our table. I didn't feel like anyone was encroaching on anyone's space. We had 2 chairs behind the table, so that left, like, it was my sisters and I, so there were 3 of us usually. So one of us would be standing in front of the booth and the other person would be behind to help with transactions and restock. And that was really nice. Like, I really don't know how vendors do it with only one person. They had volunteers come and they would come by, which was really, really sweet. They had volunteers come by and talk to vendors and ask if they needed water or pain meds or Band-Aids, or if they needed just someone to watch the table while they went to the restroom or ate lunch. It was very, very nice, like a nice touch. Again, this is the first time Mind Speaks has ever been a part of a fest like this. We've done a few smaller markets, but they were shorter too. So this was the first time we were there for 3 days, and it was like an all-day thing from 10 to 5 on Friday and Saturday, and then 9 to 5 on Sunday. So this was a very long day, and I do events for work, so I've done like a booth table combo kind of event, and this was the first time I felt like I had enough space behind the table. As a vendor, I do think that it was managed and organized really, really well. The restrooms were nearby. There was a cafe and they had food trucks, which I did not order from, and I ordered us lunch from the cafe, which thankfully the cafe was there. I mean, I expected to spend a lot of money this weekend, and I needed to make sure that we were fed. My husband was there on Friday with me, and he did get us emergency Starbucks, and he did bring us snacks. Those were so good. And it was just nice to have snacks and water underneath the table so that we didn't have to get up as often to like get those things. But we also did not get a hotel room because it was like a 40-minute drive for us, which sounds a lot to do every morning. We did try our best to get there early on Saturday, but that didn't happen. But Sunday, I was determined so that we could get a parking spot up front. They had street parking, and I think it would have been worse if they did it downtown. I don't know, because I've gone to several conventions as an attendee downtown at the convention center, and I mean, they have several parking lots. It's frustrating though. And then you have the downtown traffic, right? Like, that's just frustrating to deal with. I don't think we needed anything aside from more food options. Really, I mean, I think the cafe for me really was a great option. Like, it was convenient and it wasn't too expensive. Anyway, so I think the location was, even though it was a drive for us, I think depending on the location, if they do this again, we will consider next time getting a room just so that we don't have to worry about waking up drastically early, right, to get a parking spot. We'll be there all weekend and we won't move. And I didn't see where the workshops were held, how the spacing was for that. I did see that they had a photo booth somewhere. We missed out on that, but we did take a picture next to like this balloon arch photo op place. If I was an attendee, I probably would have only gone one day, maybe. And I would have seen less, right? If I only went one day, I think I would have made more of an effort to like look at every vendor. But yeah, overall, really great experience. I'm excited to see what new things MindSpeaks can do in the future. This isn't her full-time job. This is her side hustle / hobby. So she can't always devote as much time to it as I think she would like to. These things are creative outlets for us. And that's not the case for a lot of the artists and vendors who are there. That is their full-time job, which is amazing. One thing I really, really liked, which I don't know how many people were responsible for this, but the Little Craft Fest Instagram, I would try to post for MindSpeaks on Instagram and like show when something was running out, or say hello and greet people, and then tag Little Craft Fest on Instagram. They would reshare the tags. Like when I would share something, they would reshare it to their Instagram. So then that was like a direct line to attendees. And so they will see it and then they come to the table. It was wonderful. Such a wonderful promotion, such a wonderful way to help vendors promote their items and ensure that if, when people are looking at the Instagram, they were able to come and come to the table that they may not have otherwise seen. So I think that was such a great thing for them to do. I think it helped a lot. I wish I could have focused more on social media for MindSpeaks, but we are not, and I don't want to speak for my sisters, but we're not very, I don't know, I can't do live things. I like to edit things because I'm so awkward. So to do a live stream or not a live stream, but a live on Instagram we didn't know what to say. Like I just felt like a picture or just doing a silent video showing something with cute music and cute little graphics was the best I could do. There were a lot of vendors that I had shopped at previously but didn't know them or didn't know the person who worked for them. So that was nice to see. I'm trying to think what else to say. I feel like I wish I had done more video. Like I wish I would have grabbed more video clips throughout the day, but I didn't. But I still want to experience it, right? Like not everything has to be captured on camera. But I just wanted to share my experience on my channel because again, stationery is one of my biggest hobbies and it was a lot of fun and I hope we can do it again. The shop is on hiatus for right now just because all of the inventory went straight to this fest. So it'll probably be closed for a little bit until she can replenish it. All of the inventory she makes, except for the memo pads and the washi tape, are made in-house. And then she prints everything. Like, she is just amazing at this kind of detail. It was a wonderful weekend. I'm still so exhausted. Again, I got so many cute things. Surrounded by cute stationery is just wonderful. Everything is so cute. And I feel bad because I did get to talk to people. There were a few people who came by and said, hi, who have watched my channel. So thank you so much for stopping by. I did create these cute little washi tape samples for people, and I feel like I completely forgot at times to hand them out. So sorry if I did not give you one and we spoke. They were in my pocket and I just kept forgetting to hand them out. This also makes me kind of want to do something for my channel and like have a calling card or something. I feel weird self-promoting like that. I don't know why. It's something people were doing. And I think it's a great way to connect with people, network with people, especially with others who do stationery videos as well. So like I might consider that in the future, or tag it on the back of a MindSpeaks one, right? I do want to get MindSpeaks a self-inking stamp. That would be fun because we weren't part of the stamp rally, but we still had a stamp because, ephemera, right? It was nice when people came by and stamped their journal with our stamp. It was great. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm just really tired. But I will leave you to the music and to the footage. It's just a lot. I wish I had filmed more though.